LD product. This is the L2C Media Network on YouTube. And this is Final, brought to you by the L2C Media Network. We should have sponsors soon. Don't worry. Now, with the details that make the headlines in sports worthwhile, and a few other things. By the way, I'm Harry Von Stuttgart, your erstwhile announcer, and here's our host, Steve the Baxman Baxter. Hello, how you doing? Oh, guys, you wanna? There we go. Hi, how you doing? We love live. How you doing? Get the spotlight off. I got about one of those ring lights. Anyway, how you doing, everybody? Welcome to another little classic little show that we like to do, the old Sports Final. And probably saying to yourself, it's that time again. It is that time again. It's a Friday night and everything is all right. And by the way, Barino. I had to do that. Anyway, like Welcome Back, Carter. That's what they were talking about over on Channel 6 here in the mid-Michigan area, their newscast. Little nice crosstalk. Anyway, we got to get some going here because of the wonderful things that we does here on this very programming. So, let's get started. By the way, all of our scores are sponsored by William Sportsbook, who remind you to let's make it interesting, baby, but do it responsibly. Yes. So, let's get to it. Let's go for the slobberknocker, which is the Sports Final. I know it's Sports Final, but what the heck? We go for it here. Okay, let's get you updated on the score on the games that are just either underway or just went final. Let's go for the underway, shall we? Top of the seventh inning, it is Oakland 3, Kansas City 2. Here we come. Can we raise that thing up more? Thank you. Well, now they're going to the bottom of the seventh. Top of the fourth inning, the defending world champion, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Time for Dodger baseball. Brought to you by Farmer Jack. No, Farmer John. Farmer Jack used to be a grocery store here. You know. LA Dodgers, World Series champs. They are defending the title this year. Yes, they are. And they're doing a good job against the Texas Rangers. They're in the top of the fourth. It is 10-0 Los Angeles. That's right. End of the fifth inning, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, gotta see it all, lead the Arizona Diamondbacks by a score of 3-2. Now let's get some final scores, if we may, and we do. Milwaukee Brewers over the Pittsburgh Pirates 7-4. The San Francisco Giants over the Washington Nationals. What has happened to them? I don't think they play Baby Shark anymore. It's 1-0. They won 1-0. Final score. Chicago Cubs over St. Louis Cardinals 8-5. Miami Marlins over the Atlanta Braves by a score of 4-3. Tampa Bay Rays over the Baltimore Orioles 4-2. The Chicago White Sox in 10 innings took care of the Detroit Tigers by a score of 5-4. Cincinnati Reds over the Colorado Rockies 11-5. The Mets of New York, they pasted the Padres of San Diego by a score of 3-2. Cleveland over Seattle 7-0. Boston over Toronto 6-5. Houston finally stopped being embarrassing. They finally won. They beat Minnesota by a score of 6-4. And that is baseball, except for one thing. We always, on Friday, we're going to start doing the standings of Major League Baseball. So we do this right now. Let's go to the American League East. American League East, thank you. Tampa Bay at 40-24. They are the big dogs, 1.5 games up on the Boston Red Sox, who are 38-25, 6.5 up on New York Yankees, who are 33-30, 7 up, the Uncola, on the Toronto Blue Jays, who are 31-29, and 17 up on the Baltimore Warriors, W-O-E, Warriors, by 17. They are 22-40. In the Central Division, the Chicago White Sox are the massive Bow Wows, the top dogs in the Central Division. 4 games up on the Cleveland Indians, 7.5 up, who are, by the way, 33-27. 7.5 up on Kansas City, who are 30-31. 12.5 up on Detroit, who are 26-36. And 13 up on Minnesota, who are 25-37. In the Western Division, Oakland are the top dogs. The 1 up on Houston, 35-27. The 6 up on the Los Angeles Angels. 6.5 up on Seattle, who are 31-34. And 12.5 up on Tejas, Texas. Yeah, shuck them chickens. 24-39 is their record. National League East, the New York Mets, 31-24, are the big Bow Wows in the East. They are 4 up on Philadelphia, 30-31. 5 up on Atlanta, 29-32. 7 up on Miami, 28-35. And, of course, 8 up on the Washington Nationals, who are 25-34. Central Division, this one we have got to watch closely, because this may be literally going down to the end of the season. In the Central Division of the National League, the Chicago Cubs are still the top dogs at 36-27, but they are a half game up on the Milwaukee Brewers, who are 35-27, 4 up on St. Louis at 32-31. 5 up on Cincinnati, 30-31. Then 12 up Pittsburgh at 23-38. And in the Western Division, this is another division that we got to watch for, because this one's getting a little too closey. San Francisco at 39-23. They are the top dogs. They're 2 up on the Dodgers, the defending World Series champs, at 37-25. 3.5 up on San Diego at 37-28. 15 up on Colorado. They're 25-39. And if that's not enough, they're 19.5 up on the woeful Arizona Diamondbacks at 20-43. Wow, and oh, by the way, wazoo. And there you go. That is the big old schedule for the nice folk. That is the standings in Major League Baseball. Let's go now for some NBA playoff action. 2 big games, and both of them, well, one still is a final. We're going to do that right now. But first, let's take you to the game that is in progress. 8:37 left to play in the third quarter. It is Phoenix 66, Phoenix Suns 66, the Denver Broncos 57, and in the regular season. I'm going to tell you this. The Suns are the team that for many years has been sort of the laughing stock of the NBA. Now they're for real. I mean, they are the ones that destroyed the LA Lakers in the first round. And I think they got a legit chance to be in the finals. We'll just have to wait and see. But right now, they are proving to be final worthy. They lead the Denver Nuggets by a score 68-58. That is wild. Philadelphia beat Atlanta earlier, 127-111. They lead their series 2-1. And that is it on that side. Let's go now from the hardwood to the hard synthetic ice. Now Nothing going on in the NHL playoffs, as I thought, because, well, we're now in the conference finals. And the big one will be, game one will be on June 13th at 3 p.m. The New York Islanders and the Stanley Cup defending champion Tampa Bay Lightning. So that is going to be a game to watch and just totally just go bananas over. But the other game to watch, and I think that's going to come up on the 14th, and it is going to be a legacy game. This is one of the original six, the Montreal Canadiens going up against the upstart Vegas Golden Knights, or the Golden Knights of Vegas. Of that are going to go against the winners of Tampa Bay and the Islanders. Now, both games, I'm going to say it, both games are relatively, really too close to call. You got four great teams going after each other. But if I was a betting man, I would love to see this Stanley Cup hockey final. The Montreal Canadiens against the Tampa Bay Rays. That is going to be, that's going to be what everybody wants, because you got old-time hockey against, if Montreal and Tampa Bay meet in the finals, it's going to be old school versus new school. I mean, even though Montreal versus Vegas, that's real new school. You got the old CH going up against the newcomers who came this close, very close, to scoping out their Stanley Cup, the Stanley Cup trophy. But Montreal, if they are playing and they are at their strongest, they're going to get this in 6 games. Meanwhile, on the other side of that cornet, you got the New York Islanders going up against the defending champions, the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is not going to be easy. I'm giving that all 7 games. This is going to go full plate. So we shall see. We shall see. Yes, indeed, we shall see. Yeah. Okay, let us now go from Montreal and the hockey. Let's give you some scores of minor league baseball. And as always, we go to the top. We go to the 3 and to the games that are still going on. By the way, in 3 weeks, God forbid, God knock on wood, we will be able to give you live listen-ins. You know, like they do live look-ins. We give you live listen-ins to some of the minor league games. Top of the 6th inning, we got Gwinnett over Memphis, 3-1. End of 5, it is Tacoma up on Sacramento by a score of 6-1. The end of the 5th, it's Viva Las Vegas up against Reno, 5-2 Vegas. Final scores: Worcester leads Syracuse 5-3. Charlotte over Durham 5-4. Buffalo over Scranton Wilkes-Barre 4-2. Toledo beating Louisville by a score of 10-6. Norfolk over Jacksonville 8-0. Round Rock over Sugar Land 7-0. Oklahoma City over El Paso 9-1. Omaha over St. Paul 6-4. Nashville over Indianapolis 14-1. Did Indianapolis even show up? There you go. Iowa over Columbus 9-2. Albuquerque over Salt Lake 9-7. Rochester and Lehigh Valley, they were postponed. All right, let's keep going with, we go from 3A to AA, beep, beep, MCO. So here we go, MCO. AA, the end of the game, final score just about to pop in. Corpus Christi over Amarillo by a score of 8-3. Final in 10 innings, New Hampshire over Portland by a score of 14-6. Harrisburg over Richmond 6-2. Rocket City over Tennessee 6-3. Did I say that one? Yeah, Harrisburg won that. Yeah, okay, thank you. Akron over Altoona 7-5. Binghamton over Bowie 5-4. Final in 5 innings, obviously weather related. Reading over Hartford 2-1. Somerset over Erie 5-2. Chattanooga choo-chooed along against Pensacola 1-0 final score. Birmingham over the Biscuits of Montgomery 9-3. In 10 innings, Biloxi over Mississippi by a score of 4-3. Tulsa over Wichita 5-1. Arkansas over Springfield 7-5 final score. San Antonio over Midland 13-3. Frisco over Northwest Arkansas 10-7. And there you go on that. Let's take it up a notch with high A. La da da dee dee, yes, high A. And here we go with the highest of all high A. Bottom of the 7th inning. Vancouver over Spokane right now. It's 8-1. Bottom of the 5th, we're tied between Eugene and Everett at 1. Top of the 7th inning, Tri-Cities leads Hillsboro 1-0. Hickory over Greensboro, final score 6-4. That was in the second game, but in the first game, Greensboro over Hickory 11-3. All right, Greenville over Winston-Salem 5-1. Hudsonville over Brooklyn 8-0. Wilmington over the Jersey Shore 2-0. West Michigan finally got it together, and they beat Lansing by a score of 9-4. What a way to make a living. 5-2, Wisconsin over South Bend. Lake County over Fort Wayne, 8-5. Dayton over the Great Lakes, 1-0. Bowling Green over Aberdeen, 5-3. Peoria over the Quad of Cities, 6-5. Cedar Rapids over Beloit, 7-5. Asheville and Rome, they were postponed. All right, let's go from high to low A right now and get these games done and over with. Top of the 8th innings, San Jose over Stockton, 3-0. Bottom of the 5th inning, it's Modesto over Fresno, 7-3. Top of the 6th, Rancho Cucamonga just scored. They lead Lake Elsinore 9-3. Fayetteville over Down East 10-9. Bradenton over Daytona 6-5. St. Lucie over Palm Beach 5-3. Final in 10 innings, Dunedin over Lakeland by a score of 6-7. Jupiter. Yeah, I think that's next to Uranus. Hey, it's solar system humor. Jupiter over Fort Myers, 4-1. Tampa over Clearwater, 6-4. Kannapolis over Carolina, 6-4. Down East took care of Fayetteville, 4-0. Charleston, made in Carolina. Charleston 7, Columbia nothing. Final score: Myrtle Beach over Augusta 6-2. Visalia over Inland Empire 6-4. Delmarva and Lynchburg, they were postponed. They'll make it up on June the 12th, which is on a Saturday. That is correct. In fact, that game will be on June 12th. Then the second game, Delmarva and Lynchburg, will be made up on June 30th. Fredericksburg and Salem will be made up on June 12th as well. There you go. It works out, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, that is your minor league stuff. Let's get you some headlines, and then we'll get the other scores out of the way. Let's get going. As we said in the pre-show, or in our little plug, here we go. In 2018, the LA Lakers launched themselves in championship contention by swiping LeBron James from the Cleveland Cavaliers in free agency. Now, LeBron's former team is hoping to return the favor by grabbing two of his Laker teammates in free agency. Now, according to Cleveland.com's Chris Fedor, Cavaliers are interested in both Alec Caruso and Talen Horton-Tucker this offseason. Easy for any team to pry away from the Lakers in free agency. Horton-Tucker is a restricted free agent, so Lakers will have the right to match any offer made to him. Caruso will be unrestricted, but all reports suggest to return as he loves playing alongside LeBron James. Now, LeBron himself has publicly praised both players, and the Lakers have enjoyed enormous success in lineups featuring him and Caruso especially. Now, here's the other obstacle. Cleveland needs to overcome its own finances. Cavaliers have roughly $94.2 million committed for next season, against a projected $112.4 million cap. That could still be a decent chunk of space, but that number doesn't account for several important factors. First, the Cavs will have to pay a high lottery pick, a decent salary next season. Second, they will have to extend a qualifying offer to starting center Jared Allen if they want to keep him. That qualifying offer will come at roughly $11.7 million, a fair price considering his value, but one that will cut into Cleveland's flexibility. Now, if the Cavaliers want to create serious space, they'll almost certainly will have to trade one of their three expensive veterans: Kevin Love, who's owed over $31 million next season; Taurean Prince, who will make $13 million; Larry Nance, who will earn almost $10.7 million; or Cito Osman, who will bring in over $8.1 million. Now, if the trade can't be reached, Cleveland could save almost $9 million by using the stretch provision to waive Prince. That would leave them with $4.3 million cap for him over each of the next 3 seasons. Now, the Cavs are built around ascending guards Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, but neither has distinguished himself enough for Cleveland to ignore other possible guard additions. Caruso has largely been a reserve in Los Angeles, and his defensive excellence would indeed be welcomed. Just how welcomed? Very welcomed. For a team that just finished 25th on that end of the floor, Horton Tucker is more of an upside play. The Lakers don't have many developmental minutes to offer a raw 20-year-old, but his potential as a driver and finisher shined through when he was given chances. He struggled to shoot, but Garland and Sexton could cover him on that front. Horton Tucker is only 6'4", but he has a 7'1" wingspan, so Cleveland could get away with playing 3 guards and letting Horton Tucker defend forward. Of course, this is all moot if the Lakers are willing to pay up some major cheese to keep them. Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss have both indicated they will do just that. So for the time being, Caruso and Horton Tucker should both be expected to return to Los Angeles, barring a particularly aggressive offer from another team other than Cleveland, a team that could afford it. And here we go. In tennis. Well, here we go. In tennis, Novak Djokovic continues to dominate the tennis landscape as he defeated Rafael Nadal on Friday for the top seed. Djokovic topped the 3rd seed in Nadal 3-6, 6-3, 7-6, 6-2. Djokovic will face number 5 Stefanos Tsitsipas, who beat Alexander Zverev in 5 sets on Friday. This marked the 50th career meeting between Djokovic and Nadal. With Djokovic's triumph, he took a 30-28 lead in the series. So now Djokovic will be going for his 19th career Grand Slam title when he faces Tsitsipas on Sunday. Djokovic's only French Open title came in 2016 when he defeated Andy Murray in the final. Tsitsipas is the first Greek to reach Grand Slam singles final. And while we got this moment, will you please do me a favor? You see that word subscribed on the lovely little box below me? Hit that, hit the bell, and you will get all the notifications. Now, if YouTube did decide to get rid of the email notification, I hope you can see this. If not, I'll draw it closer. If you can, follow me on Twitter at Lugnut6, and I will make sure you get notifications personally by me. I will personally make sure you get notified when we're on the air and what we're going to be doing. And during the weeks in that, we're going to add a few more things to the show to make it entertaining, fun, and more than just the scores, as you know. So there you go. So please, there you go. So there you go, folks. Follow me on Twitter at Lugnut6, and I will make sure you all get the notifications on everything, folks. So you're going to have some fun here on this here show, okay? So please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget, show you one more time. If they did do away with email notifications, all you gotta do is follow me at Lugnut6 on Twitter. That's Lugnut6. There you go, right there. That's the Twitter handle of joy and happiness. That will give you all the information pertaining to Sports Final and anything else that we do here on my YouTube channel. With that done, that little commercial done, let's oh good, we gotta do this. Let's go to some MMA, mixed martial arts. Bellator 260 was the plan, and let's give you all the results that took place. Bellator, that's right. Bellator was not bad. But here's all the results of Bellator 260. Alec Polizzi defeated Gustavo Trujillo via first round. Maknachina defeated Amanda Bell via unanimous decision, 30-27, 30-27, 30-20. Lucas Brennan defeated Matthew Sabicki via first round submission, the Anaconda Choke. And if you ladies think that's the Anaconda Choke is what happens to you in the on a date, y'all got choked by an anaconda here. No, that's an Anaconda Choke. I don't know what that is, frankly, but it's interesting, isn't it? Bobby King defeated Nick Newell via split decision, 30-27, 28-29, 30-27. Justin Gonzalez defeated Taiwan Clifton via split decision, 29-28, 28-29, 29-28, set Hut Hike. Kyle Crutcher defeated Levon Chokoli via unanimous decision, 30-27, 37, 30-27. Mark Lemminger defeated DeMarcus Jackson via second round TKO punches. Aaron Pico defeated Aiden Lee via a third round submission, the famous Anaconda Choke. Jason Jackson defeated Paul Daly via unanimous decision, 30-27, 30-27, 30-27. Yaroslav Amosov defeated Douglas Lima via unanimous decision, 50-45, 49-46, 49-46. And that is your MMA scoreage. And now we go from that to what has happened in international soccer, otherwise known as football. Before I do that, I take a drink. Remind you that Nick Rekiela, it's Friday night. That means it's a special night because it's Anything Goes with Nick Rekiela on Lost Point Interweb, midnight Eastern, right here on YouTube. All right. Let's get to score some football, shall we? All right. We're getting the old football scores ready. In the European Championships, it was European Championship Group A, Italy over Turkey, 3-0. International friendlies, Japan beat Serbia 1-0. Kosovo beat Gambia. Wasn't that green figure that had Pokey as a partner? Just asking. Let's see. Kosovo beat Gambia 1-0. Algeria defeated Tunisia 2-0. In women's international friendlies, the U.S. over Portugal 1-0. Canada and Czech Republic ended in a goose egg tie. Finland and Poland went to a ballet. Why? They tied a 2-2. And Brazil nailed Russia 3-0. In the World Cup qualifying Asia division, Philippines over Guam 3-0. China over the Maldives 5-0. Australia over Nepal 3-0. Kuwait and Jordan tied at 0. Wow, this score is amazing. Iran beat Cambodia 10-0. Did Cambodia even show up? 10-0. Wow, they just stood there. Yeah, you could score. Go ahead. Iraq over Hong Kong 1-0. Saudi Arabia over Singapore 3-0. Uzbekistan over Yemen 1-0. Oman versus Afghanistan. Oman beat Afghanistan 2-1. Kyrgyzstan over Myanmar 8-1. United Arab Emirates over Indonesia 5-0. Vietnam over Malaysia 2-1. Irish Premier Division action: Derry City and Rohingya. The rest for the was a tie. Waterford over Dundalk 3-1. Shamrock Rovers and Finn Harps tied at 1. Finland soccer Honka, they make it simple, defeated Oulu 2-0. And there you go on that level of joy, fun, and everything else therein. Okay, let's give you some action. Well, not some action. Let's give you the rundown tonight on the matches for this coming week, or this week, in Australian football action. That's right, we cover all faces, ladies and germs. We cover all faces. And tonight, only one game, and that is the Sydney Swans taking on Hawthorn in about a couple of hours at the Sydney Cricket Grounds in Sydney, Australia, 11:50 a.m. their time. You got to really wake up for that one. Saturday, you got Fremantle and the Gold Coast Suns, St. Kilda and the Adelaide Crows. Sunday night, you got North Melbourne and the Great Western Sydney Giants. West Coast Eagles taking on Richmond. Then Monday, you got Melbourne and Collingwood. There is that lovely Week 13 action that takes place. Okay, whoops, I did something wrong there. Yes, I did, I know. Okay, we're at about 12:07 right now, Eastern Time here on Sports Finals. Steve the Backsman Baxter with you. It's great. It's a pleasure to have you with us tonight. Let's get you some wrestling news if we can. If we can. Yes, we can. There we go. All right, let's get you some wrestling news. Here we go. We got some news. Taz took to Twitter today and revealed that he was in the hospital to undergo surgery. The human suplex machine noted that he was having a procedure done to remove a lump from his face. And this is what he tweeted. So make sure you watch Dynamite tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, TNT. It's going to be awesome. I'm just getting a little procedure done here. This lump taken off my face. I'm good. I'm in the hospital, about to go into surgery. I'll be out in time to watch Dynamite, 10 p.m. Eastern, TNT. Make sure you watch. But just love it. Taz is a team player. Taz noted in a follow-up tweet that he'll be doing commentary during the tag team match that will see Team Taz members Powerhouse Hobbs and FTW champion Brian Cage face Hangman Adam Page and the Dark Order's number 10 on tonight's edition of AEW Friday Night Dynamite. And we want to wish Taz Godspeed and please get well. All right, let's get you more action here. Samoa Joe possibly returning to the WWE. And are you ready for this? We got to talk to you about this, kids. Wrestlers WWE contracts are reportedly no longer allowed to sign their superstar ring names and autograph signings. By the way, all the news of pro wrestling we give you is coming from Wrestling Inc. We thank them. It was reported in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, and take that with a grain of salt, if you will, that talent no longer under contract to WWE are not only no longer allowed to do events or appearances using their WWE names, but they are also not allowed to sign using their WWE names. This rule is understandable, of course, and most wrestlers begin using their new ring names or old names from the pre-WWE careers as soon as they are released on social media and for bookings. Now, it was noted that this rule goes for wrestlers after the 90-day non-compete clause expires. For example, Aleister Black would be able to sign autographs with his WWE name now until the non-compete expires on August 31st. But after that, he will be forced to sign with another name. Black's post-WWE appearance was recently announced as the big event in New York, but he will not be able to sign with the Aleister Black name because the convention takes place on November 13th. There's got to be a way around those things. All right. Got a little something here. Where is it, guys? Okay, kind of looks like the collector, Kenny Omega. Well, he's dealing with some injuries. Omega is said to be hurting pretty badly right now, according to the infamous Wrestling Observer newsletter. In addition to a stomach virus from this past week, Omega is also suffering from a deep bone bruise near his tailbone, an athletic hernia, and normal wear and tear on his knees, and a partridge in a pear tree. Thank you. Omega also sliced up his hand and needed 7 stitches to close the wound when delivering a belt shot to Pac in the Double or Nothing main event on May 30th, which saw him retain the AEW World title over Pac and Orange Cassidy. The injury occurred on the 4th belt shot, as the AEW belt is especially sharp. Duh, I didn't know that. Well, of course you didn't, Kenny. You didn't design the belt. Yeah. It was also noted that Omega has been in a lot of pain while getting through his recent top matches. He noted at the AEW Double or Nothing Fan Fest that there are days when he wakes up and walks around thinking that maybe it's close to the time when he should hang up his boots and retire because his body is feeling worse. He also noted that having real fans in the crowd makes him feel a lot better when he's performing, and it does. Omega is scheduled to defend his Impact World title this Saturday against Moose at the Impact Against All Odds pay-per-view. That match will take place at Daly's Place in Jacksonville. The home. Thank you. There's the bell. Thank you. Miss that bell. The home, of course, AEW instead of Skyway Studios in Nashville, where Impact takes tapes from due to COVID, because I used to tape up in Canada. The winner of that match will defend the title against Sami Callihan at Impact Slammiversary on July 17th. Omega will then defend his AEW World title against Jungle Boy next week, June 26th, on the June 26th edition of Saturday Night Dynamite on TNT. As noted, that match was originally scheduled for tonight's Dynamite show, but was moved to late June due to a combination of wanting the match to air live and make June 26th episode a major show. All of them are major shows, let's face it. Omega has a third big match confirmed for this summer, as he will defend his AAA Mega title against new AEW and AAA star El Idolo Andrade. That match is scheduled for the Triple Mania 29 event on Saturday, August 14th from Arena Ciudad de Mexico in Mexico City. Now, there's no word on if Omega plans to take any time off to deal with his nagging injuries. If he's an idiot, he won't. If he's smart, he will. You got injuries. It's all right to take a few days off. If you lose a championship, that's a sacrifice that has to happen. Why? You're not immortal. You're like all of us. We ache. We take time off. Yes, that means you have to lose the title, but still, at least it gives you time to heal and a time to get things in perspective. Just my little point of view. All right. Yeah, Sunday on the WrestleMania Hut, we told you about Braun Strowman. Well, and the price shaft. Braun Strowman's managers reporting quoting 5 figures, $20,000 to $20,000 for post WWE appearances. As noted, it was reported earlier this week that Strowman had an asking price of 5 figures. Strowman took to Twitter on Thursday to dismiss the report. Quote, let me just get this FYI out. I have not spoken to anyone about bookings, but if you want to talk business, the email to my agent is